just leave one light on so you know when the power goes back on. And SDG&E is also saying that you should keep your refrigerator and your freezer doors closed. Try to prevent your food from spoiling. It's good for a couple of hours, I know, in a refrigerator and freezer in a power outage just because they're so well insulated. But at some point, if this goes on, say, overnight, you might want to consider tossing what's in there.
The SDG&E tips have also been augmented by some that are coming in from other sources, such as the California Office of Emergency Services. And this is an interesting one, but it's one that people should be aware of. Unplug your plasma TV. Unplug your big TVs. They use enormous amounts of power. Some plasmas use more than refrigerators nowadays. And when the grid starts up again, we do not want to stress it out and cause new problems. So you're not going to be watching the big screen anyway.
Dude,
you're not going to be following the debut of NFL football. So unplug your big screen TVs. There's no need to have them plugged in. You can't watch anything. And we really want to try to have a soft landing for the SDG&E grid when it gets going again.
Now, a little bit earlier, we did hear from City Councilman Carl DeMaio, and he was saying that there were a couple of areas in his district where, we were talking about water earlier, where the water supply was lower than the actual elevation of the cities, and that they were going to have some trouble generating enough power to pump that water, so that they said to take it easy on the water there as well. But there are only 4 water districts where they really want you to conserve in a major way, and we don't have any boil water orders at all. Received a couple of emails earlier, got an email from Murrieta, and power apparently still on in Murrieta and Temecula. We've had reports several times that power is still on and never went off in Temecula or Murrieta, so some good news there. There's a lot of people still looking for gas stations with generators. Please feel free to tweet tweeting the locations that you have of even restaurants that are open so we can pass that along, because people are probably getting a little hungry right now.
It's odd the way the outages are spotted around Southern California, because as you said, the southern Riverside County area, western Riverside County doesn't seem to be having any problems. But the Desert Sun, the newspaper in Palm Springs, its website is reporting quite a few power outages in the eastern Coachella Valley. The city of Indio has set up a cooling center with cots and food after the power outage. Now, of course, as we talked about earlier, it's a particular concern out there when they have 115-degree heat during the day, and we have a population that averages probably 60 years old in a lot of these communities. So I know we don't have many listeners out there, but if you have a loved one out there, something to think about, perhaps try to keep tabs on them. We now have Lonnie in Orlando Park, who wants to tell us about a problem or a non-problem with cell phones. Lonnie, welcome to Cobra.
Hello, Madonna.
Oh, hello.
You know me.
I do.
Well, we're sitting here in the dark as everybody else is, and I just noticed that now the cell phone, I have T-Mobile, and now there's no service with the cell phone. And I don't have a dead battery or anything like that, so we're not getting any bars of service. I do have a landline, thanks to AT&T. I just had that repaired today, but now it's becoming really hard to be able to, let's say, find things on your smartphone and call Target and see if they're open and things of that nature. I'm wanting to know if anybody else is having those problems.
Well, actually, Lonnie, I have a T-Mobile service, and my internet wasn't working, but the phone was working okay, and texting was working okay, but it was spotty and erratic. I really wonder if that has to do with generating towers and where folks are located, because the thing sounds like you're having different problems than I am.
Okay, and I'm just wondering, too, because, I walk all around the neighborhood and things of that nature, and you don't really want to try and manually open your garage door, if you have no electricity, and then drive somewhere if you know that they're not open. So it's very difficult for us who can't get our phones working to even try to find out who's there.
Well, good luck working through this, and we hope everything works out just fine. Thanks very much for your call.
I got an email from William who said that cell service in La Costa is out as well.
Okay, we have Jim in Grossmont College. I'm sorry, Daryl. Daryl, we have an update from Daryl. Oh, I'm sorry.